Pokrovsk continues to be one of the hottest areas on the front lines in Ukraine, the scene of fierce fighting. Ukrainian forces have reportedly broken through Russian lines near Pokrovsk, potentially cutting off over 1,000 of Putin's troops. Pokrovsk continues to be one of the hottest areas on the front lines in Ukraine, the scene of fierce fighting. The city is a key logistical hub on the Eastern Front and has come under intense Russian attacks as Putin's army strives for a major breakthrough in Donetsk. Just prior to the Alaska Peace Summit, the Kremlin believed it had finally broken the years-long resistance of Ukraine's army that has heroically been defending the city. Russian units were able to drive through exposed defenses near Dobropilya and push 6 miles behind the front line in just 48 hours. Their aim was to cut off Pokrovsk and the city of Kramatorsk, another vital stronghold in the Donbass still under Ukraine's control. However, Ukraine's military command responded by rushing reserve troops to the area, who in recent days have launched their own counteroffensive, retaking territory and capturing Russian soldiers. According to pro-Kremlin military bloggers, Ukraine's army has succeeded in breaching Russian defenses and achieving a 4-kilometer breakthrough in the area. Units are now attempting to capture the village of Mern, with reports of fierce battles raging in the settlement center. Ukrainian military bloggers have noted that Russian units in the area now face the stark possibility of being surrounded and cut off. One wrote, "If the offensive develops successfully, a large Russian force, reportedly more than 1,000 soldiers, could face the threat of encirclement, and about 130 square kilometers of territory could be regained, which would almost completely neutralize Russia's earlier gains and secure the city of Pokrovsk from the eastern flank." Two Russian soldiers from the 5th Separate Motor Rifle Brigade fighting near Mern posted a video to their social media channel, describing the bleak situation they are facing. "There were only 2 of us left from the group," they said. "We asked the commander to let us retreat, but he refused. He said if we roll back, he'll reset us himself." "We turned off the radio, threw away the machine guns, and decided the only option left is to surrender. We are alive, not killed, not wounded." Ukraine's armed forces Commander-in-Chief Oleksandr Syrsky confirmed the capture of 3 villages in a statement, while acknowledging the situation still remained precarious. Our troops successfully counterattacked and cleared the villages in the Donetsk region, Mikhailivka, Zelenigay, Volodymyrivka, from the enemy, he said. Meanwhile, Ukraine's army successfully identified and destroyed the command post of the elite Russian Rubicon drone group in Donetsk. The specialist Russian unit was set up about a year ago and has inflicted serious damage on Ukraine's army, destroying thousands of pieces of equipment, drones, and killing and injuring many soldiers. Ukrainian military units have established control over the settlement of Zeleny High, Eng, Green Grove in Donetsk Oblast, with the victory announced on Ukraine's National Flag Day, marking both a tactical achievement and symbolic moment amid broader Russian pressure across the Eastern Front. The Operational Strategic Group of Forces, Dnipro, confirmed that fighters from the 37th Separate Marine Infantry Brigade, working alongside the 214th Separate Assault Battalion OPFOR, successfully halted the advance of Russian forces in the area. However, the Operational Strategic Group, NUPRO, warned that Russian forces are mounting efforts to retake Zeleny High, while simultaneously attempting to occupy additional settlements throughout this sector of Donetsk Oblast. At the beginning of August, Russian forces entered Zeleny High, photographing themselves alongside Russian flags within the settlement, according to the analytical project Deep State. However, the main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense subsequently reported that Ukrainian special forces eliminated the Russian group that had penetrated the settlement. Despite this operation, Deep State mapping data from 22 August indicated Russian forces maintained control over approximately half of Zeleny High. The Zeleny High operation occurs against a backdrop of intensifying Russian attacks across Donetsk region. Recent Russian advances north of Pokrovsk saw enemy forces break through up to 17 kilometers, seizing positions that threaten Ukrainian supply lines. A separate Russian push near Dobrapilye reached the Dobrapilye-Kramatorsk highway, a critical route for military logistics. These tactical gains have prompted regional authorities to expand mandatory evacuation zones. Vadim Filashkin, head of the Donetsk Regional Military Administration, announced on 14 August that 5 settlements must evacuate approximately 1,879 children due to relentless Russian bombardment of around 3,000 strikes daily. The Institute for the Study of War identified a fortress belt, the primary fortified defensive line established following 2014 military operations, as one of the strategically important Ukrainian positions in Donetsk Oblast that Russian forces continue to approach and attempt to envelop it.